welcome to Born for the Trades, a home service podcast. I'm your host, Mandy Pala, sitting virtually next to my co-host, Shreya.
Hi, everyone.
Our guest today is Trent Parker, aka Mr. Fat Cheeto, a social media influencer known for his hilarious videos on the HVAC and trades industry. With millions of views and a worldwide following, Trent has achieved great success on social media. Today, we will chat with him about his journey and commercial technician to social media influencer and what advice he has for others looking to establish a presence on social media. Oh, yeah.
Join us as we dive deep into the world of home service entrepreneurship, interacting with industry leaders, coaches, and entrepreneurs about their experiences, challenges, and victories. Through their inspiring stories, we hope to equip our listeners with the tools and knowledge they need to succeed in the competitive home service industry. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, tune in to Born for the Trades podcast for invaluable insight and real-world inspiration.
Hey,
Oh,
Trent,
yeah.
welcome to our show.
That's me. Hey, guys. Thank y'all for having me on. I'm excited to be on the podcast.
We're excited too to do something, more lighthearted about social media. I know that we met you at True Grit in person and saw you
Yes.
speak on stage with Joe Crisera and everything, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just so curious about, your life, your story, and how you got here and how you got so successful on TikTok. Because I know a lot of owners that I've talked to have been really interested in hearing about that. So thanks so much for coming on and helping other contractors today.
Absolutely. I guess I'll start from the beginning if that's the story you want to hear. It actually started a year ago, really. I made a video with my daughter. Actually, just posted it on social media today, just reposted it saying, hey, a year ago, this is where I was at. I posted a video with my daughter. She wanted to make a video. I wanted to make a video and I wanted it to go viral. I was like, oh, I can do this. I said, let me show you what to do. We can do something really crazy. And she was like, sure. So I said, look, you're going to drive the truck. I'm going to get on the hood of the truck, and beat on the windshield, make it look like a domestic violence case, just us fighting, like a couple fighting. And, then the next scene, I'll act like I fell off the truck. So we take a scene, and she's like driving. So I'm like, no, you got to go faster than this to make it look real. So she was like, okay. So she's like, you sure? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a professional.
Stunt double, huh?
Day one. So she takes off probably about 30 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than it sounds.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even holding on for some reason. And I literally just take off and fly off the truck, break my elbow, break my ankle. And that's where it all began. And my wife was like, hey, if you want to make these videos like this, you're going to have to not do that and be yourself.
Smart lady. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Be yourself.
because that video didn't get no views, and I kept making videos and videos and videos. And you can look back, I'm like, they're not doing good. What am I doing wrong? She said, remember, be yourself, do something you know. So I know air conditioner, and I know I like to be funny, and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in the last 16 years. So I just took that and some things that I've seen and just made, comedy out of it. And I went from 0 views to, I think, then it started going to 400,000. When I did the air conditioner, it was like 400, 800,000, 1 million, 4 million. And then now my highest video is like almost 9 million views.
Wow. 9 million views. That's a lot.
Yes.
For
Yes.
HVAC comedy too, that niche,
Yeah. It's like I tapped in, there's people that make air conditioner videos, but I feel like I'm authentic when it comes to the comedy that I do for air conditioner videos. I kind of look at myself as the mascot of HVAC.
Oh my
That's for sure,
gosh.
because the views that we are looking at on the like HVAC companies that are producing content on social media is like 200 views, 500,000. Like there are influencers, like they are running their business and they are
Right.
creating content, but handful of them. But hats off to you.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't write any of my stuff. I literally everything I do is off the whim. Like if I do come up with an idea, I'm in the shower or driving down the road.
Yeah,
You
And
get
same.
then
best
I'm like,
you get best ideas at
right.
during
In the
the time
shower.
in the shower, right?
Yeah, in the shower or driving down the road, and I'm like, okay, I got to do this. And I think about stuff I need. And half the time I'll have a plan to do something and I start filming it and it's a totally different wacky video.
Okay.
So, and those are the best, honestly. I have tried to write script out and do plan, and those, it seems like they never do good. I mean, I might get a little bit of damage on it, but the ones that just come off the top of my head, it's just like those are the ones that are going to blow up.
So your advice would like be yourself, be natural, because maybe people can tell too, like they can feel that through the video,
Right,
how natural you're being, or if it's totally scripted, it's almost like a commercial, which is not what like TikTok is for. That's not what
right,
those things are for.
right. Absolutely. Yeah, my advice is definitely if anybody's doing this or wants to start, literally be yourself, like my wife told me, and just act natural. Just relax
Right.
because
But there are people, those are like, fear. Like they have a fear of camera, being on camera. Like, we are pushing to, start creating content, like, to the HVAC plumbing home service industry. So how to overcome from that fear to be on camera? Like how
Or to
to
be
get started?
criticized.
Right. Like
or
people are, I think, that they are fearing. They have a fear about that.
really, I don't really have a fear. I've never had a fear. I guess I'm always, if I do have any kind of fear when it comes to any of my videos, is, oh, well, they like this. Or I'll rewatch my own videos, not because I think I'm great, but I find myself watching my videos like, what could I have done better?
Mm,
Where can I do better? Where can I hold the camera better? Where can I do my lighting better? I'm always thinking like that. But being scared in front of the camera, I guess I've been doing stuff like this for so long that it's just kind of been natural to me. I'm
interesting. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on that? What do you mean? Like stuff like what and how long have you been doing this
Well,
before a year ago?
I've been always kind of a cut up. I was the class
Hmm.
clown. I was
No way.
oh yeah. I was the guy that cut up at work. I'd rather have fun at work than do work. So basically, back in the day we had before Jackass,
Yeah.
I was
Hmm.
doing that stuff, but I didn't have a platform to put it on. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had the video camera. We would tie tires behind a car, and they would drag us down the highway. It just all kinds of crazy stuff. So I've
Wow.
always been kind of, and actually, and then back in 2012, I had a band with my best friend who actually plays the music on my podcast now.
Oh
What?
wow.
Yeah, I had a band. It was named Shad Sherby. We played for about 40 shows, I think, in 1 year. Yeah, we had a band.
Wow.
So I've been
I
always
love
been kind of fun
that.
of people. Yeah.
I noticed that, yeah, your family's involved, you have childhood friends involved.
Yes.
So, yeah, everyone around you seems to be really supportive of this. Even though you broke your elbow on the first day shooting, your wife's like, let's go, let's just do it the right way.
Right.
Childhood band, let's do the music for the podcast. Have you always had like a community that tight, you would say?
It's gotten tighter. It's like it seems like now I never could get anybody on board years ago, but now it's like my wife, she loves being in the videos. My kids, I have church members that are in the videos. I'm like, hey,
Wow.
Oh,
I need to make a
no way.
video. Yeah,
No way.
can you come over? And they're like, sure, I'd love to be in the video. I'm like, great. People
I
from the
have
sup- Go ahead.
I have always seen you, sorry, I've always seen you doing the videos, but behind the scenes, like how much does your family, friends, like, participate? Like you want to share more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my brother, well, actually, my oldest son, he films a lot of the content for me. Like he'll set up the camera, and I'm like, all right, stop, start. My daughter, she's in some of my other two daughters there, and some, and my son, he helps out too and records for me if the other son is not there. My wife, I usually had to coach her into be like, she likes doing it, but I'm like, all right, this is what you got to do. You got to be the angry customer. My church people, they'll come over and sometimes they shoot me ideas. I'm like, all right, I'll make something of it, and I'll go over their house. Like they're riding the bicycle down the street. That was a guy from church gave me that idea, and he was like, "Can you ride?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll make a video out of it." So there's a lot of people actually this first time around. There's a lot of people in my circle now that actually really help me. Even with
Nice.
the merchandise and stuff that I do now, they help me, come up with stuff to sell. So, and
You said
it's,
merchandise. You have your merchandise now.
I have merchandise at MrFatCheeto.com. I did a shameless plug there. So,
We'll link it.
We'll link
uh,
it.
yeah, MrFatCheeto.com. I have sweat purge and roll shirts. I have bracelets. I have
Cool.
I have let's see, I have some stickers here.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I got one of those at True Grit.
right,
I
right.
love those.
So I never thought that I would sell so many wristbands. I just started selling the shirts yesterday, but I have sold probably close to 300 wristbands in about 2 weeks.
300.
Wow.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
and that's just what I've wrote down. I don't even know the rest, but the wristbands have went wild. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I want to kind of go back to the team thing because I feel like that could be really good advice for people wanting to start out in social media and make content is if they have, supportive family or a group of people around them, is to utilize those people and bring them in on the team and use their different talents as this being like a fun family project
Right,
type of thing. And you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to sit there alone making your content. Like make it a fun thing with your wife and kids, involve your
right.
church members, come up with ideas. And it sounds like you have a true business team behind you while you get to spend more time with your family. So I think that's great.
Yeah, and another person that helps me out is actually I say he gave me my first opportunity. It seems like after I met him, I started going to all these events. Is Jason Walker with Masters of the Hustle.
Love Jason.
Jason, love him.
Jason, I'm actually going to see Jason Monday. We're going to film in California, but it seemed like after I met him, it was like everything blew up. So I
Yeah.
always, but no, he has helped me out tremendously. We talk almost every day, and he's given me a lot of advice, like what not to do, who to talk to, who not to talk to, because he's been familiar in this and went to all
Hmm.
these events and stuff. And he's like, this is, you need to go here, and this will get you here. And it's been great with him. So I feel like he's a part of the Mr. Fat Cheeto family as well.
Yeah. Like a
For sure.
mentorship.
Oh,
He's
absolutely. Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
how important would you say is like the difference between not having a mentor in the industry and then getting a popular mentor in the industry to give you advice? You said that opened a lot of opportunities for you.
Yeah, um, I never traveled in my entire life. I've traveled more since January than I have. I never even got out of the South.
Wow.
So, I mean, I've been on a plane since January 12 times, and I got a ton more flights to go, and it just keeps adding up. He invited me to his event in Rockland, California.
Right.
And then I was asked by Uncle Joe to come to True Grit. And then I was asked by Jason to come to Epic. And then he's been, I wouldn't have met you guys, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've met so many people. I've met different companies since then, and it's grown my business to do business with other
Right.
companies out there. So, really, it's just blown up. I
Right.
mean,
That's how
I,
that's how you grow. Like, I always say, like, your network is your net worth.
right,
And
exactly.
that's what exactly you're doing. You're on a right path. And
Oh, yeah.
going back, like, to help, to the listeners, to the HVAC, plumbing, and home service industry owners, they are looking to produce more video content. So what advice would you give to, when they are starting? So what kind of strategies that you use so that they can start implementing? So if you want to share those.
I would suggest if you find something, stick with it. stay with it. Don't swap back and forth to different. Like if you have a slogan, if you have a character, get in it and drive the car because
Mhm.
people like consistency. Bah, can't say it. Consistency.
Consistency.
Consistent.
That
Yeah.
Alabama is coming
Yes,
out.
yeah, I mean, y'all. But no, stay consistent with what you do. I've learned that if you post Monday, don't miss. If you post twice a week, post twice a week. Now sometimes I get carried away and I'll post like every day.
Even
But
better though, right? With TikTok and stuff, more
right,
chances.
absolutely. But definitely stay consistent and be yourself. Like my wife says, that's
Be
always go
yourself.
back to be yourself, and that's what seems to have worked for personally me, so
Yeah, and you mentioned something actually before we started the podcast when we are just chatting, when
right.
you talked about, being relatable is really when it took off. So can you elaborate on that? Like how much you consider being relatable as a part of your success in the content that you're creating?
Well, I'm going to kind of go what you'd said too in our conversation. Mr. Fat Cheeto, you talked about like it reminds you of people. Mr. Fat Cheeto is itself, the character is relatable.
Right.
Like a
Yeah.
southern redneck, you know,
My
uh
uncle.
okay, see,
Yeah.
think of something.
He's gonna get mad at me, but it's fine.
It's okay. Hey, the way I dress, the cut off sleeves, the tattoo on the arm of something hideous, which that's a fake tattoo. I have a zip tie belt, you know,
I
and
didn't notice that one.
yeah, I
Oh
have.
my
If you
gosh,
ever
that's
look at my
funny.
belt, it's a zip tie, and the way I got that because I've actually had to use a zip tie as a belt. So definitely be relatable. And then if you do something in your content, if it's just a regular air conditioner or plumbing video, do something. If you're going to be funny, do something that's funny, relatable. If you do something that's just going to be a regular video, show something that relates to that customer
Yeah.
that will
Right.
that's the grab their attention part. So that's
Always
always
always trade attention, right? Always trade attention on social media.
right. Yeah, absolutely. And I've learned, I mean, I've made 45-second videos, I made 1 minute videos, but
Hmm.
I learned if you can grab them within the first 3 to 4 or 5 seconds, you
Hmm.
got them. They'll watch the 15-second video. Most of my videos are not the average 15 to 25-second videos.
Yeah.
I have some shorter, but if you
Shorter
can
Like
version.
grab
I
them,
remember I want to talk about the actual content too for people that haven't actually seen it. But they probably have because I've seen it on my For You page before I even, got the chance to meet you in person. And one of the videos that I saw was really short. I mean, but it was one of your bigger videos, the battery one.
right,
So that had all the factors that we're talking about. For example, it was relatable. It was like
right,
something people did as a kid. It was funny and it was short,
right.
where as a kid you lick the battery type of thing, see if it's still working, and then
Absolutely. That was, believe it or not, talking about my team, that's actually my nephew that was in that video too, the little
I was
boy.
gonna ask you,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my nephew. He kind of favors me. So we just put the wig and the hat on him, and he just,
Oh wow.
it was like going back in time.
This is like the Joe Dirt of HVAC, I just realized. Like I'm thinking,
Yes.
what does this remind me of? It's like Joe
It's Joe
Dirt.
Dirt.
Everyone loves Joe Dirt.
There
It's
was
Joe Dirte.
Joe Dirte.
there, there was one video I was like, I was looking at and I was watching with my wife, and you literally put that like, old air conditioning, air conditioner back in your trunk, and the
Right.
way it like, fell down. Like you're risky with your car and all. Like how do you manage that?
That was an expensive video there. Good thing you asked that. That was pure accident. The
No
concept
way.
of yeah,
No way.
it was all scripted. I got cars to throw away. I literally put what was supposed to happen, I was supposed to act like I was there gonna put a used unit in a customer's house
Mm-hmm.
and rolling it around in a buggy to the backyard. And that was, like I said, this is supposed to be how the video was going to go, but it went all different. So I was going to let go of the buggy. The buggy was supposed to tump over and tump the unit out, and I was still going to put the unit in the house for the people. I did let go of the buggy, but the buggy turned into my car, dented it
Oh,
really bad, scratched it. And then I was like, oh, so then I made something different out where I drove off and the unit flew out the back of the car. I was just a shyster worker, chucking a truck. It just showed up at your house.
Oh,
that was a good video, and I
I
really
appreciate it. Yeah.
commit to your videos. I like that. You're committed. You're all in. You
Oh,
know, you
yeah.
broke your elbow, you dented your car. You're like, whatever has to be done, get her done, right?
Yeah. I'm like, well, I hadn't had that car long, literally like 6 months. And I was like, yeah, it's just a car. It's not my last car. I'll have another car. So
got
I'm like, yeah.
it.
I think
Trend.
you I think you shortly mentioned that um you might work with like other companies with the new opportunities that you've had open up to you. What is the future for, for your business? What do you want to do so you can communicate with all of us to see where we can support you there?
I would like to, y'all remember Ernest? You remember Ernest P. Worrell? Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes to jail. Is that
Yes.
okay?
Yeah, somebody brought this up yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to lead into something here. I grew up watching Ernest, and he used to make commercials for all these companies before he got started, like Mellow Yellow and all this other
Hmm.
stuff.
Mhm.
Well, I've been envisioning the Mr. Fat Cheeto, as being like the trades commercial guy where I do commercials for trades, like just be a complete wacky idiot at your house,
A character.
but loving
Yeah.
fun at the same time. So that is I like to see myself working with companies making them video content. Um, and I have been working with I know two, three, making them some short clips or whatever. But I'd like to see eventually make an actual commercial, like be on TV.
You're working with our client, and I'm liking those videos. By the book
Uh,
plumbing,
oh
whatever
yeah,
you did,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was actually
definitely that's a
I'm
like that's
following
really
them
good.
on TikTok.
Are you
yeah.
following? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. He by the way, he was at the True Grid as well. And I know Jason mentioned we gotta do something. And definitely, after this podcast, I know we have to sit down. We need to come up with the plan, like, how we can help, our home service industry family, like, by helping them maybe with commercials, right? We can do a
Right.
lot of things. So what are your thoughts on doing commercials? Like what you are doing for By the Book Plumbing? What are your thoughts on that? How it's performing? And are you looking at A/B testing? Like, do we have any conversions from that?
Um, I might have to get you to repeat the last part because I didn't understand that last part. I'm sorry, but I'll go ahead and tell you it seems to be going well. I have learned some things doing it though. Um, I make a video for somebody, they post it on their page, it may get like 300 views,
Right.
and it's like, okay, that's not what they're wanting. I'm going to have to turn that around and take the video, post it on my page to draw them to their page. That's one thing I've learned about,
Mm,
because I mean, I'm not bragging, but
collab.
I have the audience.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
audience needs to see. Now, if I share it, yeah, they're going to get more views, and that seems to
Mhm.
work. But if I really put it on mine, blow it up,
Right.
then people, are attracted to that.
Right.
So,
That was my last part. Like when I
oh,
was asking, like,
oh,
A/B testing,
oh, yeah,
when I post, I get a lot of, traction on the content. When I like, content goes through like, company page,
right,
less viewers. So that is something. So I'm glad that you're doing that A/B testing, and that's great.
right, yeah. Man, I had to learn all this stuff, and just Google
Yeah.
has become
Google
my
it,
best
right?
friend. I've had to learn how to do podcasts. I've had to learn how to do video stuff. Uh, it's all been most of it. I've had to learn how to set up a the website that I have with the store. It's just a
Hats
lot of
off.
learning curves, but it keeps me going and I enjoy
Yeah.
it. And I left my full time job. Excuse me. Left my full time job to do this full time because really I do more. I do better doing this, and I'm
Mhm.
happier. I'm a
Yeah.
lot happier. And I love the HVAC industry, but I don't know if y'all realize I may be a tad bit overweight. So it's kind of hard for me to move
The
around.
attics and all of that. It's like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Have you ever been to attic? Because I travel across the country and I take photos and it's so scary. And did you ever get into attic?
We have
Yes.
to.
Yes. I've been in a lot of attics. I've been in a lot of crawl space. Have you been in a crawl space yet?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
For the duct work mostly. If the duct work's like under the house or and there's a dead rats under there, it's
Yeah.
nasty. But
Yeah.
it's exciting. I mean,
The
maybe not
heat's what
exciting as
gets
a
me.
blowing up TikTok career, but I mean, it's
Right.
got its magic to it for sure. That's why people have, this emotional attachment to the trades and the HVAC. There's just something about it, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and it can, it can relate to so many other trades.
Hmm.
A lot of trades mixed in together. We make fun of each other,
Like
and
electricians and
right.
stuff,
We
like
talk.
our jokes about.
Yeah, I'm like, are you an electrician or a technician? I say
Yeah.
that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you could make some videos on that.
Yeah. So,
I know you left your career. You served as like commercial technician for 16 years and you got into this. Like you definitely saw potential. What I ask you this, like, are you making money from these like social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook? You want to share
y-
some insights?
yes. My biggest probably revenue comes from Facebook. However, Facebook is ending their real bonus program, so that takes a real big chunk out of my income. So, and I was trying to get to
Sorry to
where I
hear that.
wasn't so reliable on that income, anyways. I wanted to branch off because anything can end, especially with different. I'm not going to bash companies or anything, but anything can end overnight. So it goes back
Yeah.
to saying the eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So I've been slowly trying to build the other platforms bigger, like YouTube. I wish I would have started working on YouTube a year ago,
Hmm.
but I've grown it. I went from 0 to 1,000 followers, and I'm slowly growing that channel. And I make income from the companies that I do videos for,
Mm-hmm.
and actually, I'm going to Virginia to be a guest at a company party. So I do things like that now. So I
Nice.
never,
I love
That's
that.
that's so good. Interesting.
so I never thought I would be a guest at a company
Okay.
party. And it's like, oh, hey guys, come take a picture with this.
I'll have to get you at our company party one day.
Absolutely.
I have
Uh,
got one question. That is
all right.
something, we did our homework. And when I ask you, are you ready for that?
I'm I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. People have seen your videos and you're, very hilarious and your videos are great. You are a very spiritual person and you take you go into spiritual mode before taking big decisions. So you want to share about your spiritual journey with us?
Oh wow,
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Oh yes. I do believe in a greater power. I pray. I attend church regularly. I um I don't think I'm one of these people. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I'm real humble about my stuff.
Mm.
Even if I had $1 million in the bank and I'm a celebrity, people treat me like a celebrity. I feel like I'm just as equal as everybody. Everybody. I'm just not better. But yes, I do. I do pray about things. I did have fear when I first stepped into this because I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this. I'm losing that steady weekly check to jump into this. And my wife is my partner. She's my partner in crime. I'm totally in love with her, and I couldn't do it without her. Um, but yes, I do believe that I put my trust in the greater power, and I I guess that's how to explain it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
my friend, for
It's
sharing
just
it. This,
personal relationship, you know?
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like,
personal relationship. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Um, I wouldn't be here today. I've had struggles in life.
Mhm.
I've had struggles in life, and I never thought if you would have told me I'd be here my life. I don't want to touch into that part, but too deep. But my life 2 years ago was so much different. I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. I mean, because I met my wife in August of 21. We got married. I met her on Match.com.
Oh, wow.
And
Mash.com.
we dated like 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, we got to get married. So we got married December of 21.
Mm-hmm.
And my life has just like been amazing with her and these children. She brought in two children, I brought in two, and together we became a family of six. So
Oh,
it's been absolutely
Lisa is amazing. I met her and
yes,
yeah, me too.
she's amazing.
yes, she is. So
Well,
It's time.
congratulations on being the
Congrats.
happiest you've ever been, all your success, how fast you've grown. And, once again, thanks for sharing all of that, publicly with everybody and being so open and transparent to
oh
help
yeah.
the other contractors. I guess we can get into the rapid fire round, right,
I'm
Mandy?
I'm not sure if Trent is ready. This is going to be the one of the toughest round that we're gonna have today with
Oh,
Trent. Oh yeah.
let's
Oh,
do
yeah.
it.
All right.
I feel like I'm on Wheel of Fortune or something.
If you win this rapid fire round, Lisa, this is for you, not for Trent.
Oh no.
This is yeah. If you win this rapid fire round, this is like gift from us, like small gift,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm sure you guys gonna love it.
You're making me hungry over there.
All right, let's get started, Shreya. Go ahead.
All right, first question. What is the best experience you've had as a result of your social media success?
The best experience is having people call me or I had a guy from Kentucky. His daughter reached out actually and told me that he had been in the trade for 40 years, and he had to quit because he came down with terminal cancer. And I made him laugh, made him smile, and it helped him. Like when he was at chemo, and I'm like, wow, if anything ever came out of that, I've done my job. I can go home now because like that just made me
Yeah.
feel the love that I felt, and then the love that the relationship I then built with this guy.
Proud
Just
of you.
That's
hey,
Proud of you, brother.
beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome. And second question, what is your personal favorite out of all of your own videos?
My personal favorite would be the one where the capacitor. I tested the capacitor like
Yep,
the yeah
Okay,
that
that
one.
one.
that's mine too.
Love it.
And how did you come up with the name Mr. Fat Cheeto?
Mr. Fat Cheeto, I came up with it. I couldn't afford breakfast when I worked at the job I did, and I
Mhm.
could only afford Cheetos. So I bought, well, they were 25 cents for a
Pretty
pack of Cheetos. So every morning I ate Cheetos for breakfast. And the duck supervisor at the company was like, hey, Cheeto, I'm going to start cooking. All you do is eat Cheetos. And then, like, the Hispanic guys at the duck crew was like, Cheeto. So
Mhm.
when I started doing this, I was going to go with Cheeto. And then my daughter was like, you got Mr. Beast, and you're kind of fat. How about you go with Mr. Fat Cheeto? I'm like, done,
Awesome.
got it.
W
That's
for
a
the
great
daughter. She can
Yeah.
put
brand
it all
story.
together.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know it was that deep. I wasn't expecting
That's
it.
deep. What a great brand story, man. Love it.
So, what is the most challenging aspect of being a social media influencer, and how do you manage that?
Being funny. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, am I really funny? What do they see it so funny? Like, is this boring? And I overcome it by just doing what I keep doing.
Mm-hmm. So
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm
doubting
doing
yourself, but you keep going. Like
right.
maybe sometimes some criticism on your own, on yourself.
Right. Sometimes
That,
I'm probably my worst critic. I'm probably the
right.
hardest on myself more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I hardly ever get hateful comments. Maybe like one a month, somebody will be like real hateful. But you know what I do? Hey, thank you for watching.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
still watched it.
I,
Yeah.
thank you for that view. It helped me out. Actually, if you want to keep commenting, because that helps me too. So
That's
you
awesome.
can bash me all day. I love it. Go ahead.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And how do you stay motivated and creative while making content for social media? I mean, I guess we kind of went through that, but if you have any other tips on like how to keep your creative juices flowing.
That woman right there,
Oh,
Oh,
good answer.
my wife, and my kids, 100%. I live for them. I mean, I'm serious. My family is my gold.
family is
Mhm.
gold.
Oh yeah. I mean, my family is my heart all the way. I would quit this tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
if my wife
Yeah,
was like, "Hey, I want you to stop. I'm done," because
right.
I'd rather have that relationship with her and my family more than anything.
That's
That means a
beautiful.
lot. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely won that.
Oh,
He
really?
attacked that.
Oh,
He
yeah, he
really
is.
it's just don't plead the fifth on any of the questions.
Congratulations, Trent and Lisa. It,
More like Lisa.
Yeah. Congratulations to
congrats.
her. She
Yes,
gets a gift basket.
absolutely. She's gonna love that. Y'all didn't have to do that, but that's very beautiful. Thank you very much. She will
Of
love it. I
You,
course.
promise you.
you, oh,
Yeah, we
you're
appreciate
welcome.
you spending the time with us and cutting that out of your day and coming on and sharing with
Absolutely.
everyone else. We're gonna link your information below with your
Yeah.
merchandise and maybe how to contact you as well. If somebody wanted to reach out to you, like an owner to do some videos, how should they go ahead and do that?
My email's real simple. I'm not one of those guys that has one of those underscore slash dash,
Go
So
ahead.
it's
Go
it's
ahead.
literally it's literally Trent84 at gmail.com. That's Trent84 at gmail.com.
To the listeners, I hope you
Good
have written down. Otherwise, you can always find in the description. We're gonna mention that.
Right.
You have to check out his trends videos and hire him for your commercials. And thank you everyone for
Oh
tuning in,
yes.
watching in, and thank you Trent for coming on our show.
A true honor.
We
I
had a
mean that,
blast.
both of y'all. Seriously.